Press the bell icon on the YouTube app, and never miss another updates. Death Valley, USA. Death Valley is a desert valley located in eastern California. It is one of the hottest places in the world at the height of summertime, along with deserts in Africa and in the Middle East. Death Valley was named by California gold seekers who had to cross the desolate wasteland in order to reach the gold fields in 1849, according to the National Park Service. Death Valley was established as a national park in 1994. Death Valley is the largest national park in the contiguous United States with around 3.4 million acres, according to the NPS. According to Dolce, it holds the record for the hottest temperature ever recorded on the planet, topping out at 134 degrees Fahrenheit on July 10, 1913. Death Valley is on the border of California and Nevada, with Las Vegas only 2 hours away. Death Valley has an estimated 6,000 to 10,000 abandoned mines, according to the NPS. Tours are offered at Scotty's Castle, a villa from the early 1900s built by Chicago millionaire and conman Walter E. Scott. The park has some of the darkest skies in the United States, great for stargazing. Over 1,000 types of plants live in the park, according to the NPS. The most popular places to watch the sunset are Dante's View, Zabriskie Point and the Sand Dunes. The most common wildlife in Death Valley are coyotes, ravens, roadrunners, ground squirrels and lizards. The Danakil Desert. Eritrea. The Danakil Desert is a desert in northeast Ethiopia, southern Eritrea, and northwestern Djibouti, situated in the Afar Triangle. It stretches across 136,956 square kilometers of arid terrain, with average temperatures consistently hovering at 94 degrees Fahrenheit. Dalal, Ethiopia might just be the hottest inhabited place on the planet. The Danakil Desert in Ethiopia is one of the most inhospitable places on Earth, but it is also one of the most strangely beautiful.
It's extremely big.
It is one of only 2 places where a mid-ocean ridge of tectonic plates can be seen on land, and at the northern corner of the desert. The Awash River that comes for the southeast, but never reaches the ocean as it evaporates in the Afar Triangle. The lowest point of the desert is Lake Asale and the second lowest area is Lake Afara. Wildlife in the Dalal Depression is extremely rare and threatened, but some species still hang on to their survival. The pillars of salt and pools of acid at Dalal form some of the most alien landscape to be found on Earth. Salt merchants travel over rough terrain to gain access to the rich mineral. Without roads, visitors and workers must use camel caravans to enter the Afar Depression. Mount Washington, USA. Mount Washington, called Ajacocha by some Native American tribes, is the highest peak in the northeastern United States at 6,288.2 feet, 1,916.6 m, and the most prominent mountain east of the Mississippi River. The mountain is located in the Presidential Range of the White Mountains, in the township of Sergeant's Purchase, Coos County, New Hampshire. Mount Washington's weather is notoriously extreme. In winter, Mount Washington experiences sub-zero temperatures, hurricane-force winds, snow and ice that essentially turn the peak into an Arctic outpost in a temperate climate zone. In fact, winter conditions at its summit can rival those of Mount Everest. Hurricane-force winds occur an average of 110 days per year. On January 16, 2004, the summit weather observation registered a temperature of -43.6 degrees Fahrenheit and sustained winds of 87.5 mph, resulting in a wind chill value of -102.59 degrees Fahrenheit on the mountain. More than 250,000 people visit the summit each summer by car, train, or foot. Madidi National Park, Bolivia. Madidi is a national park in the upper Amazon River basin in Bolivia, established in 1995. It has an area of 18,958 square kilometers, and, along with the nearby protected areas Manaripe Heath, Apolabamba. The park is not only one of the most diverse ecological hotspots on the planet but one of the largest protected areas in Bolivia. Madidi National Park, in northwest Bolivia, may be the most biologically diverse place on Earth, according to the Wildlife Conservation Society. The best way to experience Madidi National Park is through one of the many ecological and cultural tours providing an authentic and safe jungle experience. According to a WCS release, a full 11% of the world's bird species live in the park. Madidi's diverse life also includes more than 200 species of mammals, almost 300 types of fish and 12,000 plant species. Madidi National Park is home to 46 indigenous communities from 6 different tribes. Whilst it's possible to explore Madidi on your own, it's highly recommended to book a tour in order to get the most out of your jungle experience. Bikini Atoll. The Marshall Islands. Bikini Atoll is an atoll in the Marshall Islands which consists of 23 islands totaling 3.4 square miles surrounding a deep 229.4 square mile central lagoon. The Marshall Islands are marking 60 years since the devastating U.S. hydrogen bomb test at Bikini Atoll, with exiled islanders saying they are too fearful to ever go back because of nuclear contamination. The 15-megaton Bravo test on March 1, 1954 was 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Bikini Islanders and their descendants have lived in exile since they were moved for the first weapons tests in 1946.
Hit subscribe if you like the video. Like, comment and share the video with your friends.